Hi, I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is Way of the Exploding Fist on the Amstrad CPC. I'm playing this on my 464. It's the first time I've actually played the Amstrad version of it. I've played the Spectrum version. I have played, I think even played the Commodore version, to be fair. It's a classic. It's the game that spawned the more popular and more recognised international karate. But it basically demonstrated that you could put a lot of strategic karate-style moves into a game. Lots of them. Literally, it's a vast array of, press the fire button in a direction and you'll get a different move. It is one of those absolutely cracking games. It works well on all formats. However, I have a few issues with the Amstrad version. So, without further ado, we'll get into fighting, and hopefully I can demonstrate one of these little issues. So, first thing I noted is that it's not the starting level you get on almost every other version of the game. It's just the temple and the sort of the dragon guards and whatever else that go with it. There we go. Got him with a leg sweep there. You've got lots of moves. You can do roundhouses like that, flying kicks or little flying kicks, the appropriate size for the karate game that it is. You can even defend yourself against these things. There, kicked him backwards. Swung round as well to face the right way, and you basically you create those little sort of yin and yang signs there at the top of the screen. Those are your points, and you progress through the belts. So I'm a novice at the moment, and if we can do okay here, I will attempt to. I'll sweep the leg. I will attempt to try and get through the levels of all the belts. Now it's really good because if you got your friends round and you both had a game yourself, one against one, there was lots of moves and it's more strategic. It's quite slow moving. It's international karate. I think is quite quick. It can fly along a little bit, but this is actually more sort of a more strategic game in that sense. A flying kick to sweep does work quite a lot of the time, early on anyway, before the computer gets a little bit more. I was going to try and do a roundhouse on him there and I failed to do it. Yes, right in the stomach. Right. More strategic. Because of the way it works and the speed it works and the fact that there's blocks and defences for pretty much every move that is in the game. He's going to block that, so I'll chop him in the legs. Right. Graphically, it looks fine. It reminds me of the Commodore version more than the Spectrum version. The Spectrum version, of course, being high res and text, and in its text mode rather than the mode 0 that it is on the Amstrad. Right, here we go. We're already there. So I'm at first dan now, which means basically I've beaten about 2 fighters. I'll chop his legs, sweep his legs. And that's another point. So first dan, I've beaten a couple of fighters now. So I think we've beaten about 4 at this point, because I think I'll be second dan next. Yeah, second dan. So I'm second dan. So I've beaten 4 fighters. And if you're an owner of the Spectrum version or any other version, we both did kick each other, draw there. If you're an owner of any other versions of them, you'll notice something about this. So I've already progressed through several belts, but on the Amstrad version, the level hasn't changed. I mean, it's a small thing, and it's not really, and genuinely, it's not very important on the scale of things, because the gameplay itself still holds up. I mean, it's fantastically, it works really well, it plays very well, it looks good, the moves are responsive, but the thing that it's a little thing. I want to see my levels. Time up. He wins by default. I think he got more score than I did, or I'll get to the points first. Yay! Second dan goes into the score table. We'll start again anyway. But basically, there are no other level screens, and all they are is backgrounds. There's not a lot to them. But on the Spectrum and the Commodore and on other versions of this, it definitely has additional screens. It just doesn't on the Amstrad. And I wonder if that was a rush, or whether they rushed out intentionally that way. It couldn't have taken somebody that long to design it. Why would they miss it out? Little thing. Just adds to your enjoyment, especially on single player, because on single player it's just repetitive over and over again, hitting each other. At least if the background changes occasionally, it gets a little bit more exciting. Oh, I thought I'd started already. Roundhouse. Down, sweep. Swept the leg. Yeah, but it plays very well. Oh, he punched me in the nose. Right in the nose. Oh! Yes, in the stomach. Okay, now we need to do it again. See if he goes for it. As I say, it's a very good game. It's very enjoyable. Oh, draw. No, he won. He won again. Little man in the back chose to go with him. Yeah, it's a good game. There's a lot of enjoyment to be had out of it. I have to admit, I mean, the other versions I've played of Way of the Exploding Fist are fantastic, and the Amstrad version is no slouch in the sense of the way that it's got all the moves and all the other bits and pieces, and it looks the part as well. It's just missing those levels. I don't know why they weren't there. If you're an Amstrad user and you know a little bit more than I do about it, I'd love to know in the comments below if you know why that those background levels never made it into the game. And if you're actually a developer, because I've had a few developers pop onto my channel, if you were one of the developers, was it just a cost saving thing? Was it to get it out the door, or was it just not possible? Was it just there's just not enough space after you'd done it all? There aren't, as I can't hear a lot of sounds, so I don't think it ran out of memory, but I never know. You never know. Anyway, yeah. So that is Way of the Exploding Fist on the Amstrad CPC. I've been your host, Real Generic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye bye.